Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Creating a new country is by no means impossible. In the description box below, I have put the link to a video which describes the generic pathway to creating a new country. This is the pathway which I propose that we customize in order to eventually create a new country where the law of the land is the Torah. The greatest obstacle to returning fully to the Torah lies in the fact that a competing law, the law of the land where those who wish to return live, can be forced upon them by their own neighbors. Fortunately, that very law lets everyone choose who of their neighbors they relate with socially and economically. By relating only with those who wish to fully return to the Torah, anyone can reduce their risk of being forced to obey the competing law. Unfortunately, there does not yet exist a way for neighbors who want to fully return to the Torah to identify themselves one to another. But that has now changed. If you want to fully return to the Torah and wish to find and to be found by your neighbors who are similarly inclined, please email me at the address which is in the description box below, and I will send you the invitation to a private Facebook group which has been created for that very purpose. You may also find my email address at the channel in the About section of this channel. The first pillar then in creating a new country is to seed thousands of local networks of people who govern their social and economic relationships exclusively by the Torah. Each network must, of course, build safeguards that effectively screen out insincere people, not just for their sake, but for all the other networks with which they will be relating. In the Facebook group that I previously mentioned, different ideas are being discussed on how exactly to do that, as well as ideas for managing each network independently. The greater the proportion of their needs which a person is able to meet without venturing outside the network of returnees to the Torah, the less likely that person is to be forced to obey a competing set of laws. That proportion increases the greater the number of returnees who are in a position to supply their needs. That number can be increased through the use of technology. This requires an e-commerce platform that is exclusive to returnees and which enables members to buy from returnees who are physically distant from them and to receive their goods locally. Suggestions for how to build, finance, and operate that platform have likewise begun on the private Facebook group that I previously mentioned and to which you are invited. This is the second pillar. Every person whose wealth includes property, such as a house, which is anchored to the land, faces the prospect of losing that part of their wealth when they exit that land in the coming Exodus. For as many as own such properties and intend to depart the land during that Exodus, a new model is needed for owning such properties that allows them to continue enjoying the benefits of owning such properties regardless of where they physically are. Such a model is possible, and suggestions for bringing it into existence quickly have begun on the Facebook group that you are invited to. This is the third pillar. The Torah forbids Israelites from charging their fellow Israelites interest on loans which they give them. This command is difficult to obey when what is lent is money. That is because the value of money varies with its supply and demand. How then can a person be sure that the money which they are accepting back has the same value as that which they lent? This difficulty arises because money is used both as a unit for measuring value as well as a medium of exchange. The solution lies in defining a unit of measuring value that is not also a medium of exchange and which has meaning for all people everywhere all the time. The Bible itself provides us with such a unit for measuring value. Discussions on actualizing that unit of value is also ongoing on the Facebook group that you are invited to join. This is the fourth pillar. Coordinating the first four pillars gives returnees to the Torah the economic power to negotiate with any government in Africa the accommodations which returnees need in order to live free on the continent of Africa. This is the only pillar which depends for its realization upon the actions of non-returnees. For that reason, all who truly want to fully return to the Torah, the only one stopping you is you. Send that email today and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.